Hey guys, Thomas Leroy here. Well, I thought, what would I really want to say in any kind of video right now at this moment? And about the only thing I can think is, um, I'm just really grateful that we're continuing to climb higher, and I'm very happy and grateful that I'm made today without the others. That we're made separated from the others, like we're supposed to, and that's continuing. I've been assured that that's the case, and that's where we're going, and that's what's happening, and it's just being made more and more official and more unchangeable. Uh, so the others and what they would have doesn't, they're not able to change that because we're being closed to all that, I guess sealed. Um, it doesn't mean that these others haven't been trying, and we've been receiving regular attempts and or attacks, I should say. We're getting dosed with specific types of energy. It's always been energy attacks upon us, and it says though they're trying to place part of what they are here, but that's just going to be rejected unless there's a day, unless there's sky, because this is a day sky, a sky day, and we're not going to be held down. It's light. We're the day, and so that we're made separated from all these others. It's not day, not sky or heaven, and disconnected from all those other things. We're just going to continue higher because that's what we're supposed to do, and that's where we're supposed to be, so that we can, you know, I heard one of them talking about promotion, and it's so that we can do what we're supposed to do and see what we're supposed to see. We'll be more effective, and so yeah, I'm just grateful that it's happening and that we're being disconnected from these other things that is not me. They're not day, and not my family, not my tribe or anything like that. So we're happy about that, and happy that you know the improvements, and that we are sensing and seeing things a little differently. It's good, and I'm very glad of it. And this morning awakening wasn't as good as yesterday because we were very separate yesterday, and the whereas when we get up and go to the bathroom in the mornings, there's always something that tries to jump on us, and it tries to climb up on us, and or not always, but recently again, something that's occurred again and again. Now I attribute it to the witch or one of these other evil things, but often it signifies the witch is around, and because it's like the first thing that they've deposited this stuff in the bathroom, I guess somehow, I don't know, but it's a hot stuff. It feels sort of like a hot fire or something like that, and it seems like it tries to get in. And then the attacks throughout the day is whenever people are hitting us with another hot energy thing. So I just pray they become made more and more disconnected from me, and more distant, that we're inaccessible to them and their energies, so that they can't slow us down or weigh us down or put any of those energies on us. And with all the rest of you doing, I just say thank you so very much. We're going to continue on, and I've been believing what CJ's been telling me an awful lot. I will say, however, this latest report of that I heard was something about how because of us, your enemies now believe in God. Well, I do believe they believed all along anyway, uh, but that they chose whatever they chose because they did what they do, and they're run by the darkness that they embraced. So what and I've seen the shills that look like they're into kingdom spouses and got married to one of them. You know, at what point do you consider one of these people, okay, who you absolve of all responsibility and guilt, blaming it upon the unclean spirits within them. At what point do you decide that those people are the unclean spirits within them, that they gave themselves over to them, and that they embraced the darkness, and that they have become children of darkness? In other words, not children of this body, not children of the day, not children of heaven, but in other words, the other, the other stuff, not day. When do you differentiate and understand them as being the enemy of God and light and life and the design in general? At what point do you differentiate? Because no, I wasn't brought here to try to save the wicked from the demonic servants of the demonic from the demons that they love. That's stupid. We're not, you know, no, something like that. They'd have to actually have the ability to show up and say, "Hey, I need your help to be saved from the," because otherwise, just to me, it's like that's all just a game. They're just another last story is that oh, well, we converted. We're praying to your God now. It don't matter if you pray to my God or not. If you've decided you're going to be praying to the God of light and life and be all about the day and all that stuff, that's great. I hope you're successful in that. But just stay off of me. Until you are the day, you're not the day. Until you are made into that, then you're still just what you are. You're not a work in progress. You're still doing what you do. You're still throwing energies around. You're still a witch. You're still a wizard. You're still an invader who's trying to impose their will. That's not anybody who's of my God. Anybody who is converting to my God certainly would have nothing but respect for this house and for my will regarding them. So, those are just things to consider. Again, I heard something the other day about how, we're going to end up doing a lot of healing and stuff. It'll be part of what we do. We'll be paid for it basically. And you know what? That's fine and dandy if it's people we want to heal. But again, regardless of what the story is, we're not going to abide a bunch of the evil dead making themselves a part of this ship. We're just not doing that. We can't. It's not. They can be outside. It's not that we can't work with them. It's not that we can't provide a program for them. It's not that we can benefit them. Okay, whatever these people are of the darkness that are, if they actually truly are wanting to try to go back today. It's not that we can't or won't do any of that stuff. It's just that, guess what? You have to stay out of the house and out of the yard. If you can't show that much respect, well, you're not coming along. Thanks anyway. Goodbye. And that's just all there is to it. And it's not about, hate or anything like that, because everyone knows I have no hate. The reason why people don't get into heaven is because they're a hazard to heaven. That's all that is. You can't show up as a big old fire that's going to catch everything on fire if you're wanting to board a wooden ship, can you? You just can't be the destruction. But there's a bunch of these people, I think that's all they have. That's all they've become, because that's what they embraced. What you want for us, remember, that all comes back. It's so using force and hate and trying to cause harm or problems, that's just not the way. And remember, the way is light, and light is essentially a form of love, I do believe. I fell in love with it whenever it started to go away. I was like, oh no, and it was terrible. But and I've prayed about it lots of times. Don't ever leave, because I'm just no. We don't ever want to be without the light. Don't want to be without that love, or that connection to the heavens, to the good God of light and life. And that's what I've said before. We'll not do anything or engage in any union with or partnership with anything that would cause the light to leave us or be in disapproval or cause us to be disowned by our good Lord, or the Father in heaven. So yes, that's why all this stuff, these talking about partnerships and combinations with people of darkness and stuff, that was never anything that was voluntary. That was just them being opportunistic. God love you and God keep you. Thanks so very much for all you're doing to help. And thank you to all that is loyal to the day. God love you because I'm going to whenever we get together. And I'm really looking forward towards an awful lot of this. The spirits are coming up and we're continuing to rise higher and higher into the sky, higher towards heaven. And our overall, the entire vessel is raising in vibration. I'm very happy about that. I love you all for helping in that, keeping us separated from the others, not today. And so we'll just continue on. And however the story unfolds, I know it's a good story for me now. And it's about, I heard about the promotion again and being able to see and understand better. And once we get to that place where we're very safe and the others don't have any, they've done realized, okay, we can't do anything with that, we can't harm it, we can't course it, can't touch it, then that's when things, really good things, could really happen, really 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 happen for people, even people that don't deserve it. And there's so many that don't deserve it. Again, God love you.